Okay, screen 3. Okay, let me bring that up. So I know I have asked most of the students to from my online class as well to join this Zoom session. So if you're from online class, you will see a little bit of difference between the Canvas course shells, just a slight difference in the Canvas course shells, or like, some of the instructions. So you are just here for the lecture or for any of the, confusions you have been going through. Otherwise, this class is only for the Zoom students who have signed up for the Zoom class. So this is I will be only sharing the Zoom Canvas course shell. This is the Canvas course. These are the 3 latest top announcement will be there. Make sure your Canvas announcements are turned on so that because we are just meeting once a week. And to make any adjustments to your Canvas course shells, to make any adjustments to your, quizzes, late announcement, assignment extended, anything like that will be made on Canvas. Okay. And if I see any common mistake, and I have received 3 different emails from students, I will make a Canvas announcement to respond. So if you're not receiving, if you have emailed me maybe like 2 times and you're like, I haven't received a response yet, email me again, because I'm believing that, I have made a Canvas announcement and it's already said in the Canvas announcement, or it's being addressed in the Canvas announcement. So the last 3 announcement will be pop up on your Canvas page. This is information for every Highline student. Doesn't matter you are for computer science or not. You may have seen it in every Canvas course shells, the course you are taking. This is for we put the chat here. So these are the resources for students, technology, tutoring, and guides. So there are Canvas tutors. You can just take a look. There computer science tutors. You can take a look, their timings and schedule, and then you can join their tutoring session as well. I highly recommend taking the knowledge from anywhere you feel right. You will see some, so I have posted a lot of my own lectures. I will be recording this and I will be posting this as well. I have separate small sections of those top lectures, like on separate different topics. And I do have posted some other instructors' lectures as well. So sometimes what happens is, if I'm explaining a for loop in one way, maybe it's understood by 28 students, rest of the 2 students are like, we are not understanding what for loop is. Maybe when they watch a YouTube video, or maybe they watch some other instructor lecture, they might understand, okay, that way was the easier one and this way was a little bit hard for me, and stuff like that. So whatever is easier for you, I always say and tell to my students that, programming is all about topics. It's not about Java. Once you have learned Java, you will understand every language. You will see that, Python, C, C++. I did not study Java, Python in when I was taking, my master's. So I have to, but I studied C, C++, like in Java, just the basic, because Java was getting just launching at that point, and was so popular, and it was very hard for the universities to find the instructors at that point. Later, when I was like teaching Java over here at Highland, it was hard for the for to find Python instructors. And now it's like hard for us to find AI instructors to teach AI programming or machine learning, right? So because it just takes time, but it comes. So, but once you have learned and experienced one of the programming language, it will be easier. And if you're coming from Python, trust me, you will see so much similarity. Only the syntax is changed. The concept remains the same. So these are some informations for your technology. If your Canvas is not working, Canvas username is not working, if you need some resources with the tuition and like all that, try to, browse all these links and you will find, tons of information and resources for yourself. This is where the actual course starts. Syllabus plus handy links. This is start here link. This is your syllabus. You can download it. I have recommended most of the students. I have received emails where I have said, refer to your syllabus, refer to your syllabus. It's in your syllabus as well. This Zoom link It's in your syllabus. It's in the over here as well. You would see in the Canvas modules as well. I have made in the announcements, in the Canvas announcement, there were in the welcome note, there are links. These are some highlighting computer science Instagram page and Facebook page. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, you can join, you can like. If not, if you're a Gen Z, we don't have a Snapchat account. Or are you on TikTok? I don't know. We are not on TikTok. So this is start here. This is Java 1. This is a Zoom course. This is my email, snizami@thailand.edu. My office hours, I try to keep it consistent. So students who are taking a series of course and they're taking it from me, it's easier for them to recognize and memorize that, okay, this is my office hours. So I am in my in-person office hours every Tuesday, and on Zoom every Wednesday, and on Thursday we get a meet for the class. Okay, so I have like 3 days defined like this. This is the Zoom link, same Zoom link for office hours, same Zoom link for the class as well. So just a reminder, if you ever need to email me. So I am teaching 4 courses. Make sure you put your class name, and especially for Java 1, like you guys, I am teaching 2 courses. So it gets confusing that which course to look for. So make sure you put your class item number. This is the class item number 32292 for the Zoom students. For online students, it's a different one. Make sure you put just that in the subject line as well, and make sure that mention the assignment number. Is it on Revel? Is it on Canvas? Which module is it you're talking about? Issues and concerns. Technical questions regarding to Revel, which we will discuss later, but it should be referred to Revel, which I have made a separate announcement on that as well. For this week, you are required to complete week 1 things due task list. Missed assignment, 1 day is 10% late penalty, 2 day is 20%. It will be automatically applied. So do not email me that, remove the penalty or remove that, because with Canvas and with Pearson, it will be automatically applied when you submit it late. This week 1 task list is locked. Okay, it's published from me, but not sure what's going on. Is it not showing for you, the week 1 task list? Okay. I will, let me make a note. Update. Sometimes when we import the courses, that's one of the reasons some of the links are just connected to the previous course. Might be that the reason. I will update this link. Meanwhile, it's kind of a repeated information in that module. You will easily find it. 3 hours per week for every 1 credit. So it's a 5 credit course and 15 hours per week. As I mentioned, if you are related to a computer science field, if you're planning to transfer, it's computer engineering or computer science or IT, they are not looking at your social science or chemistry or physics grades. They are looking at your Java 1 and Java 2 grades. And I am really happy that most of the students' New Year resolution is to get a 4.0 in this class. Trust me, if you are working hard, the course is designed that in a way that you will get a 4.0 if you work super hard on it. So so instructor reserves the right to change the class syllabus to meet the class needs. Sometimes I have been teaching at Highline for 10 years, more than 10 years. So I have always, it's not the same thing. Every time you have a different batch of students and you have to make modification based on those students. So sometimes you take out, I have like there were times where I have to take out the group projects, and because the students were so, for them, it was really hard to work in groups because that batch, all the students were working, and I think that was right after the COVID time, and like they were not able to do the group projects. There were so many aggressive fights between the students, and that's where I had to take up the group projects. But that's not a good sign because it's not good for them if they are like, so that's kind of a situation. There was a time when I have to add more quizzes, later in the course. to accommodate or prepare them for the final exam and stuff like that. There were some time when some students said assignments are not enough. They need more practice. They need group projects. They love group projects. And they were already friends. Like we already have Ramla and what was the name? I forgot. Ramla, who you're friend with?
Bahara.
Bahara. Okay. So just like Ramra and Bahara, so they were friends. They were like, we need more group projects and we need more aggressive group projects. Like we want to go in depth of all these things. I'm like, okay, so I have to add more projects at the end and made final projects, more tough. So it all depends, like how you want to prepare yourself when you transfer. So this is all the details regarding my office hours. Here are my office hours. It's every Tuesday in person, 12 to 3. My office is in building 29, third floor, 333, right in front of the reception. On Wednesday, meet me in my Zoom from 11 to 1 p.m. Don't ask for the link, just pop up. It's the same class link, okay? I have received emails like, can you share the link? And I'm already with a student, so it's really hard for me. By the time I get give a response, it's too late. So just pop up, and Zoom office hours and in-person office hours are first come, first serve basis. So no appointments needed. Whoever is first will be joining in first. And if you're in the waiting room for Zoom, just so you know that you are numbered. So I am with the student, and as long sometimes and especially for Zoom office hours, just a request for some students that try to make it fast, because the rest of the students who are in the waiting room cannot see that, how big is the line and how long they have been waiting. But in person, they can clearly see, okay, so she's in the office with a student, and the student who is in the office, he can also see, okay, there are like 3 other students waiting outside. I need to be quick. But sometimes students take quite long. So for Zoom, just be prepared. If you have any clips, question, anything like that, turn on your computer, because I will be asking you to share your screen. So make sure everything is ready. These are my office hours. What else? Week 1 task list. Okay, syllabus. So can you see my screen? Just let me know if you're not looking at my screen. If anything happens, just let me know, okay? Put it in the chat or you can unmute. So this is your class syllabus. These are the topics we will cover. You will see the similarities, quite of the similar things you have seen in Python. The prereq SCSCI 131 and Math 141. Make sure that, because you will see the reason for math, because there is in chapter 2 you will do variables, expressions, some equations where you will see, okay, so I needed some basic math skills to be in this course. Because I won't be teaching that math, because that is required and that is part of it. So that's gonna be like that. Instructional method, I have received a lot of emails regarding the book. So this is your book. If you can get the access code. You need the code from the bookstore, or you can purchase the book directly from their website, which I will show you how. But if you're on financial aid, or if you have, some students have vouchers, which works only on Highland Bookstore. So you need to get the book. So they will give you the access code. We don't have an actual ebook, but they do have an option if you really want that, textbook with you along with this. I think there's an extra charge on that, but otherwise we are using an ebook. All of your assignments are graded on Revel, and other than the group projects, which are on Canvas. How to access? I will give you a demo. The written instructions are also written, which I will give you a demo on this as well. What our office hours are for? Again, you will only get 15 minutes. I just try to restrict some time. If I don't have any student in the waiting room, you can take as much time. But if I have students in the waiting room, I try to restrict it to 15 minutes. The most that you need to be prepared with all the information before jumping into the office hours. Details, repeated details. Again, students, as I mentioned, I have written it again and again at several locations. Even you will find it on Canvas announcements. Still, I receive emails, send me your Zoom link. I mean, yeah, I don't know what I'm missing. I would love to hear the feedback, what I'm missing, because I've been mentioning these 3 information everywhere. Class time, we are meeting every Thursday. So if you're coming from an online class and attending this first lecture, you don't have to be here every Thursday from 1:30 to 3:50. This is for international students, communication, guideline, deadline for assignment. You can read it out. At least every student must read the syllabus out one time. This is your grading criteria. Most of the students don't see that much later in the middle of the quarter when they realize why their grades are going down, or during the finals week when they realize they need more grade and they want to up their grade, and there they see what's going on with their grades. So this is how everything is split up. Revel and your Canvas assignments are 30%, final project is 15, final exam is 15, your group projects are 20, quizzes, lab, and discussions are also 20, which I will show you what are they. And if I forget to remind me, I have to share grading policy, everything is written. This is the tricky part and the tough part, that 98% is a 4.0 in all CSCI courses. So this is the departmental policy, not just Java 1 policy. It's the departmental policy. Student learning outcome, this is after this course, make sure that you review these and you're like, yeah, I can do it. I do understand this. Access services, faculty advising, as mentioned, to request your faculty advisor, you can fill out this form if you already have one. If you don't, even if you want to change one, then you can also fill it out and mention that you have this advisor and you want to change it to that advisor. These are some advising videos which I created, and just wanted to explain at that point what's the difference between AA and AAS transfer requirements, why advising is important. Respect for all students, because you will be working in group projects. As mentioned, that try to, if you have any issues with any of the student, address with me as well as early as possible before it gets quite dirty. So try to refrain from such languages or using it against each other. Yes, Yusra, there will be a lot of group projects. Group projects are not that difficult as compared to your Revel individual assignments. The purpose of group projects is that you work with a partner. Try to make friends, try to be connected, try to, learn from each other. So you will find, so every week there will be a new partner. There's simple rules. I will show you the partners for the whole quarter is assigned. So for the whole quarter, the partners are assigned. If you should contact your partner on Monday. By Wednesday, if you have not received a response, then your partner will receive a 0. Make sure that you have tried approaching your partner. Both of you have to make an attempt to communicate. Okay, so both of you, so if you should have a screenshot that, hey, I tried to contact this person, this is my partner, he's not responding, this is Wednesday night, and I want to start my project. And then you can do your project by yourself, and your partner will receive a 0. And you will get credit for the project. And some of the students are like, I'm doing the project alone, will I get extra credit? No, you're not getting extra credit, because the whole purpose of the project is to work with a partner, and you have not worked with a partner, you are working it individually. And the reason your partner have not responded will get a 0. And group projects are not hard. They're just for you to communicate with your partner and work with the person. So you can write it in your personal statement that I have learned teamwork. Withdraw, incomplete. These are all these resources are from Highline. Try to utilize it if you need it. Go to the Math Resource Center. Their schedule is posted. Writing Center. Computer related problems should be addressed at Help Desk. And yeah, any questions so far related to your syllabus? Any questions related to office hours, book, anything? No? Yes, final exam is online. And just it depends. For the group projects, sometimes they are in class. That will be easier for you because you don't have to worry about the whole week about that group project. But sometimes they are outside of the class as well. So if I'm giving a group project in class for the Zoom students, I don't give it to the for the regular time period. So that's the perks of being a Zoom student. But for online, they have it from day one. How do you know where your partner is? I will show you. I did have mentioned, I think, in the group project as well, but I will show you right now. Yes, online students also have group projects. Do you see my screen? Okay. Go on people on the left side. I hope I have created your group projects. Yeah. People. And then these are your project. Click on the project and you will see all these partners, and these are your partners. So if anyone you don't have it, you can let me know and I will assign you a partner. Usually every group has 2 person. If you don't, do let me know. And now we'll move on to the book. Any other questions before we move forward? Yes, you work with your partner and you turn in one project, and one of your partner just submit, and make sure that that your partner has mentioned both of your names at the top, which I will show you how. Okay, at the top of the Java file, make sure the partner name has mentioned both of your names, and only one person submit from the group. It does matter because the thing is, wait, let me see what your group project is. For you are 3392, yes. All the details are written. Or in such cases, confirmation. So this is the description for your project. And the grading rubric. What your output should look like. Okay. One recommendation, what I usually give students is that you decide one time and come on Zoom and start working on the project like together and spend 1 hour, or meet if you're taking classes on campus, if it's possible for you, meet on campus and do that 1 hour and complete the task together, or and then one partner, or you can split the task. As you can see, there were like bullet points, like the partner, you do this, I do this. Then when you come back on Zoom, try to combine the files, run the code, and then one of you can submit. Okay. So now moving on to the book, how to access the book. If you have the code from the bookstore, and if you don't have the code from the bookstore, at this moment, everybody should have access because they're providing you 15 days free trial. So no excuse will be accepted that I was waiting for the financial aid, or I was waiting for the bookstore, or I was waiting from the employer to give me the code. Everybody's getting free trial. So click on Access Pearson on Canvas on your left side, as you all are on Zoom right now. So click on the Access Pearson, click on Open Pearson. And again, make sure the item number, this is your course, your grade. I will have a little bit different view as compared to you, but just follow the step. Click on this book. This is the book. It's already connected. It will give you, for students, give you the option that do you want to purchase it right now or start the free trial. Click on start the free trial. If you have the code, enter the code, register, create your account. My account is already created, but for you, you have to create your account. Make sure you put in the right information, your right name, and college, and access the material. Any questions on this? Create the password and access it from the Canvas so that it directly takes you to the course. And all the 7 chapters are published with all the exercises. So this is what it looks like for me. You will see chapter 1, Introduction to Programs Computer. This is the chapter for this week, which is due. It's a reading material, plus it has some quizzes and multiple choice questions and a programming project at the end. So as you can see, these are starting from chapter 1. It goes all the way, and then in the middle you have quiz. It's like this. You have quiz again after reading this chapter, answer these questions, reading, answer, and at the end you have one programming project. It's a very simple program, small program, not that tough as compared to your group project, but your group project is kind of a combination of your whole chapter 1. Everybody has access to Pearson right now. I want to confirm that everybody have access to the Pearson right now, because no excuse for not having a book will be accepted by Sunday. So make sure that you are you have done and completed that, I will say, the registration process. Any questions so far? When I go to, it says, yeah, so if you have a code from the bookstore, you can enter that code. If you don't have the code, you can say, or you can buy it right now or get 14-day temporary access. It's up to you. Okay. Yeah, get the 14-day temporary access if you don't have the code so that you can start working on your assignments. Any questions so far? I want everybody to, in the chat, make sure that you mention that you have accessed the Pearson. Everybody has to buy it. Even if you're waiting for financial aid or anything, click on the 14-day free trial to get started with your account. Students who are still waiting, you need to start with the free trial version for 14 days. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So as you get the access, you can start the chapter 1. You can start with the reading, plus you can start with the exercises and start doing it. It will keep track, it give you the tasks for every student. It will show you how much time you have spent on every chapter or your every quiz, how much time you have spent, so you can keep track. Any questions on Pearson? No, there are no extensions if you don't finish the chapter in time, but you can still complete the assignments, and you will not get points for this. All the assignments are due Sunday by midnight, so it's just one date for everything. So make sure that you complete all the assignments by Sunday. Don't wait till the last minute, because as mentioned, everything is automatically set to deduct points if you're submitting it late. Bookstore will give you the access code. If you are on financial aid, you need to contact the bookstore for the code. And once you have the code, even if you don't have the code, you have to access the Pearson right now and select the 14 days free trial, and then later on get the code for the Pearson for use it for the rest of the quarter. You need to purchase the book. After 14 days, the code will expire. The temporary access will expire, and you need to purchase the book before 14 days end. Yes, there are quizzes and assignment, and it's kind of a book. You have the whole book, the chapter reading and everything, it's over there. Other than the lecture will not cover everything. Okay, so you have to come with reading the material in the chapter, going through the PowerPoint slide, watching the videos, and then when you come to the class and I'm giving the lecture, that will be way more easier for you to understand. And whatever the questions you had in mind when you were reading through the PowerPoint slide or watching those lecture or reading the Pearson material, that will be easier for you to ask on Thursday that, hey, I was doing this and I had this error, and why we are doing this and why we are doing that, and like why we're not doing in this way. That will be easier other than starting your course chapter every Thursday, because you just have like 3 days left to complete your task. I'm not sure like what students, this is my view. I'm not sure what student view is, but click on chapter 1. Like as you create your account after going through the registration process, you will see the dashboard. You have like this. The cost, I'm not sure. You need to check the bookstore. Check. mm, I don't see the option. Like to see, the student view. Try to find the chapter name and click on the chapter 1. As you are going from the Canvas course, like from the link, this one, if you are accessing it through Access Pearson and following those steps and you have reached the book and they are asking you the price, and that's the right book and that's the amount you have to pay. Any other questions? Everybody is all set with the book? Any questions so far? All set. Perfect. Okay. So this is yeah, it's only for the instructor, the grade section. But you can see your own grades. Because you have not completed any of the assignments, maybe you're not able to see. Otherwise, I have set the settings that students can see the grades. Also, your grades will be synced on Canvas. So you can the grades from Pearson, every time it will be automatically sync on Canvas. So you can see your grades on Canvas. As you know, your grades, if it's showing you 100% on Pearson, that's not your 4.0, because that 100% is counted as 30% of your overall grade on Canvas. So your actual grade is on Canvas. Okay, so make sure that you come on Canvas to look at your grade. And every week, I believe it will be updated. Not sure about the timeline, but it is automatically synced. Okay, so this is it from the book. We have covered the syllabus, covered the book. Now we will do Eclipse and Java JDK and the installation and the software we will be using. So before that, it's 2:40 right now. Let's meet at 3 p.m. Let's take a break. Let's meet at 3 p.m. Let's take a 20-minute break and see you guys at 3. And then we will start the rest of the course material. Sounds good? Okay, perfect. Okay, so see you guys at 3. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Let me know in the chat that you guys are back. Hi, hi. Hello, everyone is back. Okay, so let's, oh, wait. Okay, I forgot to pause the recording. So it was recording for like 20 minutes. I have to cut that part off. Okay, so let's get started again. So now we will jump on to the main thing. That was like second main thing I would say. Let me share my screen. Screen 2, 3. Okay, that's screen 3. Okay, so now our next important thing of this course, so the first one is going through the syllabus, important. Second part is the book, important. The third part is your Eclipse. The platform you will be working in coding. So I have received several emails regarding some couple of questions regarding, I know most of you are having difficulty at the moment. Some students, okay, so the questions I have been receiving is some students are like, can we use another platform? Yes, you are welcome to use another platform. All the platforms are able to create .java files. So if you're working on a group projects and you have to submit Canvas assignments, you have to submit .java file. Okay, so if you're using GitHub, if you're using IntelliJ, if you're using NetBeans, totally fine, up to you. All of my lectures are in Eclipse. Okay, so if then you have to navigate yourself to locate your files, to locate any errors you get. That's so the course is based on, you know, the Eclipse software. So there is some instructions how to install. How many of you, let me open the chat on the side. Okay, quick and how do you message each other for the group project? That's a good question. Let me pull up that part first. How do we contact each other on the group project? So, are you looking at this, right? Are you looking at the Canvas screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is your group project. So this is like project 1-1. It's 2 of the students. So what you can do is click on these 3 dots and it will take you visit group homepage. You can click on that and then this is your group homepage. You can do communication, make an announcement, just make an announcement like, you know, I do have an access. It's not for the class. As you can see, this is announcement will be just for the group members. You can exchange your emails and then you can communicate over the emails. And make sure that you don't share your personal email. You just share your college email, your student ID, student email you have received from Highland. So, and yeah, you can just start create an announcement and it's just going to be an announcement and you can comment every time you post or you will receive. Okay, so you can go back every time. This is your group homepage. Okay, so you go back. So every member have their own group homepage. Yes, Canvas messages. And if you want to share your phone numbers, totally fine. But you need to connect on Zoom. So make sure that you are sharing your Highline email address to connect on Zoom. Okay. Now coming back to the installation of Java JDK and Eclipse, how many of you have installed Eclipse so far and it's running perfectly fine? Okay. Okay. Anyone who's having difficulty installing Eclipse? How many students are having difficulty installing Eclipse? Anyone in this class? No one in this class? Okay, so no one have any issue with the installation of Eclipse, right? Okay, so first you have to install JDK, then you have to install Eclipse. Make sure that you install the latest version of Eclipse. These are the videos, make sure you carefully watch. One of the students mentioned the videos are old. That's totally fine if the videos are old. The process of installation is quite the same. So if you have any difficulty following any of the instruction, do come visit me in my office hours, or you can let me know right now if you are having difficulty or you're getting any errors. If you have not even started watching the videos, or even if you have not even started the installation process, then I cannot help you at the moment. But if you have already started and you are having difficulty receiving any kinds of errors, then you need to tell me right now so we can fix and take a look. Everybody needs to install after leaving this course, leaving this class today. Make sure that you have access to the Pearson, which everybody did, because I see 18 students enrolled. The second thing is installation of Eclipse, that everybody have Eclipse installed so you can start practicing your programming questions, okay? So programming problem. This is your module 1, this is your module 2. The whole course is published. If you see any problem with the links, do let me know if they are not working for you. As mentioned, I have 2 courses, and if I make changes in one course and have imported the other one, sometimes the link gives you the error because it's still connected with the previous one. I will fix it, okay? So not a big thing. Just let me know, just shoot me an email that this, just like one of the student mentioned that week 1 task list is not working, and I will fix it. Every module is consistent. As you can see, it's consistent. So what you will see in module 1, you will see in module 2, module 3, module 4, just to make sure that everybody is on the same track and don't get confused with the extra information. Chapter 2, videos in PPT, all the modules have chapter 3, videos in PowerPoint slides. No, you don't have to install all 3. You just have to install one of them. So I recommend Eclipse if you are attending the Zoom class, because I will be using Eclipse in this course. Are they in the waiting room? I don't. Oh, there are 6 students in the waiting room. Why? Thank you, Bahara. Thank you for letting me know. No, we don't have to install all 3. You can just pick one. Some students have prior programming experience and they are comfortable with some of the software, so that's totally fine because they are used to it. But if this is your first time taking a Java course, I would recommend follow me what I'm doing, so that when I'm doing in-class programming, you can easily follow what I am doing, and it will be easier for you to navigate and will not slower the rest of the class down. Okay, so if somebody else is having an error and it's not related to rest of the class because you're using a separate software, then we will not slow the class down. Okay, so that's going to be an issue. But students who already have an experience in programming, they are asking for other software. But for this course, install JDK. That is a Java development toolkit. It's like basically just like your for Python, you did PyCharm, and before PyCharm you installed Python. Same thing, you're installing Java development toolkit, and then Eclipse is the actual software that we will use. No worries, Yusra. 6 students were disconnected. I don't know why, how. You don't have to install IntelliJ. You have to pick. Do you want IntelliJ or do you want Eclipse? As mentioned, if this is your first time taking programming course, I would recommend taking Eclipse or downloading Eclipse. The 3 software, because I mentioned NetBeans as well, I mentioned GitHub as well, I mentioned other softwares as well. You only need to install JDK and Eclipse. Okay. Follow these instructions for installation of JDK and Eclipse. If you are installing it right now, I want you to get the process started. Click on first install JDK. Just let it run, download, follow the steps. That's it. Now install Eclipse. Make sure you are installing the community version. You are not paying anything for Eclipse. Don't pay any for subscription or anything. We are not buying anything from Eclipse. We are just using the community version of Eclipse. So module 1, task list, chapter 1, all the modules have video lectures posted, extra videos on top of this lecture. Every Thursday we will get. Yes, we need to download both JDK and Eclipse. So for PowerPoint slides as well, you have these lectures as well. I would highly recommend watching these lectures for week 1. These are basic in details related to your topic for chapter 1. Week 1, chapter 1, it's quite simple, nothing special. You're only getting used to the software, that is Eclipse. Then what else you're doing is getting familiar with the difference between hardware and software. What are programs, different programming languages, why Java, the importance of Java. These are all theory, and that is in your slides. You just need to, you don't have to memorize it, but at least you should have that information, as a student, that why you are taking this course, why Java, what is Java capable of. The other thing we will do is we will be running our Eclipse software and seeing that, okay, so this is how we write a code, this is how we run Hello World. This is a discussion for you guys. No, you don't have discussions every week. So I have added discussion for Python. So every course is different. So for you, you have programming group projects every week. And every week you will have a new partner. These are every module outcomes. Make sure that after and like by Sunday, review these outcomes and see, okay, were these topics covered? How much understanding do I have about these topics and stuff like that. Module 1, module 2, task list, the whole course is published. They are set in a way that they are prereq of one another. So as long you have not finished module 1, you won't be able to open module 2. And you won't be able to open module 3 if you have not completed module 2. So these are some theory, some important stuff which are written so that you review before close module 2 and you're like, okay, I'm done with module 2. So just like a theory, a glimpse of what we will be covering in module 2 and what are the things during Revel, a quiz, and you have group project. So this is module 2, but let's get started with Eclipse. How many of you have installed Eclipse and like you're good to go? How many of you are struggling right now? I need to know. Do you want to share your screen with the class? How many students? You need to, how many students have not installed Eclipse? Okay. Not installed yet. Okay, are you guys on your computer right now? Okay, let me stop the share. Start the installation process right now. I will be creating breakout rooms and 3 to 4 participants in one breakout room. And I really want you to make sure that you tell me that if you don't have any student who have already installed, I want students who have already installed to help other students install their Eclipse. You are free to share your screen if you're having any difficulty, if you're confused. Okay, so I will be opening this breakout room. You need to ask help with your fellow classmate. Let's give them like 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. That should be it, depending on your computer speed and internet speed, how long the download process is going to take. But so in room 1, I have Benji, Jacqueline, and Kyle, and Suniva. From these 4 students, have anyone installed Eclipse? Or all 4 of you have not installed? Benji, so Kyle, I had. So you guys are fine, right? Can you guys, both of you can help the rest of the 2? I know Suniva and Jacqueline has mentioned they're still working. Room 2 has Amy, Jawad, Louis, Tina. Do you guys have any one of you who have already installed?
I have. This
Amy.
is Amy.
Okay. So room 3, Ahmed, Ramla, and Rebecca. All 3 are, have you installed the Eclipse? Not installed for Ahmed. No, okay. And Ramla, no.
I already installed it and last night it runs, but today it's show me a error message.
Okay. Room 4, Abdulaziz and Bahara. Have you installed?
I have it's not the
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the Eclipse, but not the other one. I don't know why I cannot install that. It keeps it's popping up the error all the time when I try to do it.
Like the JDK is popping you the error?
Yeah, yep.
You don't have to run JDK. You just have to run Eclipse. Is your Eclipse running?
I do have it, yeah.
Okay. Move to room 4. Peter, have you installed? I think Peter said yes. So Peter, I'm putting you in room 4. And Hunduma, have you installed?
Yes, I have it installed.
Okay, so I'm putting you guys, room 4 is quite big because there are a couple of students who have not installed. And so I will be opening this breakout room. So students who have already installed, kindly help the other student install. And if both of you are not able to figure it out, come back to the main room and I will take a look. Sounds good? Good? Okay. You need to install JDK first, then Eclipse. Remember that key. Everybody join the breakout room and make sure that you come back with the Eclipse installed. Miguel, you're in room 6. Okay, so with the Eclipse, file, new, Java project. Everybody, if you're on Eclipse, after installing JDK, you will not see anything. It will ask the last option at JDK is close. Close this, then install Eclipse. Make sure you're installing the community version, which is free. Type download Eclipse for Java IDE developers. So we are using Eclipse has multiple options, multiple different categories. You are using Eclipse for Java IDE. Download that, and then when you are follow the process, follow the steps, whatever it's saying, go next, next, next. Every step is in the video. Make sure you watch the video very closely, and you just have to follow the step. That's it. You don't have to select anything extra in that. After you are downloaded with Eclipse, we are working on Eclipse. JDK is gone. JDK is just helping your Eclipse to run. File, new, and Java project. After clicking on Java project, you will see this window. Make sure that everybody is looking at this window. Give a project name. I will give week 1. Projects are saved based on the categories. We will create multiple codes, multiple files, but project will be one. In that one project, you will have multiple classes. So give the project name, use the default location, use an execution environmental JRE, don't mess anything up. One thing I usually recommend students is select this option, use project folder as the root for source and class files so that it's easier to navigate your Java files. Then just say finish. I have done nothing. I have given a project name and use project folder as the root folder. This is the option I have selected. And then finish. On the left side, you will see your week one. Week one, that's the project name I have given. Now open this week one, you will see the library it is associated with. Now right click on your week one, right click, new, and we will select class. Right click, new, and we will select the class. Okay. Right click on your project file, class, and you will see this option. Now you have to give the name to your class. Make sure you're not picking a name which is a keyword of Java. Keyword means reserved words which Java has already taken, like public, import, anything you see in the red in my previous code, that is a keyword. Int, while, loop, else, if, these cannot be your class name. So just pick a different class name. Let's say class name is test. This is my first class, the first code. Nothing here I am selecting, I'm saying finish. Now you will see test, public, class, test. Java always have curly braces, starting curly braces and ending curly braces. Whenever you write a class, you start the class with a curly brace and end it with a curly brace. Public is a keyword, everything is in lowercase letter. Give me 5 minutes. Okay, I think my time is up. My daughter is knocking at my door. So public class test. Class is in red color, public is in red color. It means they are the keywords. You cannot have that as your class name. So test is your class name. Make sure this is same as this, test.java. As you can see, test.java is your class name. So you cannot say later on, hey, I decided to make it test1 or test2 or test3. You see this red cross? It means you have an error. So Java has 3 types of error: syntax error, logical errors, runtime error. This is called syntax error when you are messing up with the syntax of a programming language. Starting curly braces, ending curly braces. Now you have to write the main method. These are some of the lines which are very repeatedly used. You have to memorize it. I would say that keep on typing, keep on practicing so that it's on your fingertips. Like public class, and whatever the class name is, you should know that this is how we start a class. The next statement we write is the public static void main string capital S. Java is case sensitive, so if something is lowercase, that has to be lowercase. Just like the public keyword that is lowercase, it is lowercase. It's not like that. I like to decide that no, P should be capital. It cannot be capital. It will be a syntax error. String, the spelling mistake cannot be compromised. Square brackets starting in opening square brackets, and ARGS means argument, some argument pass, starting curly braces and ending curly braces. These are must. As you can see in Python, that was quite simple. All this we are doing just to print hello world, right? And how do we print it in Python? Print hello world, boom, you're done. There is no even curly braces are involved, no semicolons are involved, but Java needs a lot of work. You need curly braces, you need a class, you need a main method. This is the main method, public static void main string arguments. Thus, you need to memorize the pattern. And now, how to print? What we will do is system.out.println and double quotation marks. What do you want to print? You want to just say hello to the world and end this statement. As you can see, there is a red cross. Eclipse is showing you the errors. Eclipse can only detect syntax errors, not the logical errors. So this cross means there is a syntax error on this line. If you take your mouse and read, it will tell you what is the error. It says it's a syntax error. Insert semicolon to complete the block statement. So it means what we are missing is a semicolon. All Java statements ends with a semicolon. So you need to put this. As I have added the semicolon, the error is gone. So before you run your code, make sure there are no red lines on this side so that you know your code is error free. And now click on this play icon to run your code, it's asking, are you trying to run the week 1 project having a test.java file? Yes. Okay. And then at the bottom over here, you can see on the console, this is called console. Console is where you see your output, and this is where the hello world is. Or anything you want to print as it is on the screen comes inside of double quotation marks. It's same as in Python. So double quotation marks are not printed. It just prints what inside of it. So to print hello world in Java, this is what we have done so far. Any questions on this? Any questions? Lida, were you able to install Eclipse? And rest of the class who was still in the process of installing, is your installation complete? Or you're still working? Okay. Are you having any errors or is just the downloading process? Okay, Rebecca. Perfect. You can take a picture of this or you don't have to. Everything is in your PowerPoint slides. Everything, there is separate lectures posted. This video is also recorded, so you can redo what I have mentioned. Must watch the other 2 videos which are in detail regarding the errors, and I have shared multiple types of errors in that video. There is one video where I have mentioned about how the different programming languages work, so make sure those small lectures are also part of this course. In this 50-minute, we will not be able to cover the whole book or the whole chapter. We will only cover the basics of that week, so that I cover I'm able to help you with the errors or in your code. So there's like, how many, 10 minutes left? So there's another statement, Control C. I will be doing multiple times, Control V to print multiple statements. Hello world, I can say 1, 2, and 3, so that I know these are 3 different statements, or you can write 3 different lines, whatever you want to mention. ln means new line. So if you have system.println, it means print this line and take the cursor to the next line. You can also just say print instead of println. So print means after printing hello world, keep the cursor here. So as you can see, hello world, it will keep the cursor at the end. So you have another system.out.println. It says hello world 3. It will be printed on the same line. So what do you think will be the output if before you run, what will be the output? Take a look at this. Anyone wants to unmute and mention and say out loud, like, what will be the output? What do you think? I have written ln in the first line and the next 2 lines don't have ln. Anyone? What will be the output?
It'll print the next 2 on the same line.
I'm not sure that I'm right or not, but I think the first one is on the separate line and the 2 others on the same line.
Yes, that is correct. So let's run and see. So the first one will be in 1 line because you said ln. So after printing hello world, the cursor moved to the next line. And when you move to the next line, it says hello world 2. It printed hello world 2, but there was no ln. So it means the cursor was on the same line, and there was another statement, system.out.println and hello world 3. So it just printed hello world 3. What will happen if I do ln on the 3rd line? Is going to be anything changed to the output? No, correct. There is no change in the output because when you run again, ln means after printing hello world 3, then the cursor is moved to the next line. So the output is the same. The change you need to make is put ln in the middle of the line. Okay, so this is about print and println, the difference. So we have comments as mentioned in the group projects, like whenever you're submitting your Java files, that make sure you and your partner names are written. So how you're gonna write your partner name? You will write it over here at the top right. So there are 2 types of comments in Java, single line comment and multiple line comment. And comments are just like, comments. just like you make a comment to somebody else, like, or make comments on your notes, that just for an explanation why you are doing it, what you're doing it, and what was the reason creating this code, right? So a single line comment is like 2 backslash like this. As you can see, comments, you can make any grammatical mistakes in the comments, no judgments, nothing at all. Your comments are for you, so you can do anything. Compiler and interpreter don't run and detect any errors in the comment. So you can write anything in single line comment. You can say, this is my first Java program. And then there are multiple line comments when you have multiple lines of descriptions to write. So for example, at this situation, I won't be using the single line comment because I'm writing multiple things. So I should have used this multiple line comment, which is like backslash and star from your computer. As you can see, it's red. You have to do enter so that it close. So for the multi-line comment, you need to start and you need to close that comment as well. So start with backslash star and close with star and backslash, and inside write your partner 1, name of your partner, partner 2, you can say group project, you can write the date, which is 1/8/2026, like this, like multiple lines of comments at the top, and then here's your code. Single line comments are usually used on, like, I am just testing my code, like something like this, and see if you make a mistake, nothing on this left side. Eclipse is not even detecting your grammatical mistake, cap locks, lowercase, uppercase letters, nothing. So that is about the comments. This is about the print statement. Any questions so far? Okay, so that's it for today. And if you have any questions, do let me know over the email. Make sure all the information is in your syllabus. Make sure you have Eclipse installed, you have book access, so that it's 15 days free. If you're still waiting, you should have access to the book. That's it for today. If I missed anything, do let me know. See you all next week. Bye, everyone. Rebecca. Okay, I'll try my best because I have to cut that 20 minutes off where the pause was. But I will try my best to post. Thank you.